Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is still Brian. This is still my channel, and today I'm feeling a little bit strange. For one thing, because I just got back from Colorado 2 days ago, and apparently I'm still frequently out of breath, so I have to deal with the fact that it might not be the altitude difference, I might just be out of shape. So that's an unpleasant reality that I need to start coping with. But also because I'm going back to the world of Life is Strange. It's been about 2 weeks probably since we were last in this game. It's been a while. I've kind of bounced around between other one-off challenges or series or whatever the case may be. So I barely remember anything that happened, but I'm going to do my best to recap before we get started. So I know after we kind of developed our ability to travel between timelines, we've started playing around with that a lot more. So in the timeline where our friend Safi has not been killed and she is still alive, I believe last time we, I was going to say mingled, that's not exactly the right word, but we definitely interacted with our kind of pompous, arrogant male professor dude. And apparently he has filed some kind of restraining order against living Safi. But on his word, we did not actually send Safi that information. We also, in that living timeline, interacted with our professor that kind of hates us in the dead timeline. And she tried to, burn any evidence of, well, not evidence that she was actually involved in, whatever crime the university said she committed, but she tried to burn the evidence that the university would use to prosecute her, even though she claimed she didn't do it. But we gathered that evidence up because we weren't exactly sure if it might be useful later, so we decided to hang on to that. And then the last thing we did in the last episode was move to the dead timeline, where we saved our friend, I think Moses is his name? It's either Moses Malone or Moses Malone. I'm not entirely sure which of those three it is. I think it's Moses. But he ended up mistakenly collecting Safi's camera off of her corpse. So we just went ahead, broke into his office, and did a little bit of mild evidence tampering to make sure that the cops couldn't find that evidence. So that is, to the best of my knowledge, what we were up to last time around. I left off immediately after we collected that camera back, so we will go ahead and dive back into that world and see what we've got going on as I try to teach myself the mechanics of this game again.
Okay,
excuse me,
let's download Safi's photos onto your computer, yeah? Or...
You go ahead. I need a minute to get my thoughts in order. I'll join you soon.
Okay.
Wait, is that? Wilder Beasts Than These by Lucas Colmenero.
Lucas is the arrogant professor.
Figures there'd be copies all over campus.
Okay, so Lucas Colmenero is one of our generation's most exciting new voices. Yeah, new is relative there.
Might as well add it to my collection of so-called clues.
We have a collection of clues?
I picked up so many things today. Best lay it all out and see if it gets me anywhere. Okay, so we got a new message
from Loretta. Okay. Okay, well, at least Loretta in this time... Because this is the timeline where we embarrassed her and called her out for lying to Dr. Hunter, the professor, but at least she is reaching out to us. Those are both extremely passive-aggressive responses, though. Well, one is passive-aggressive, one is just regular-aggressive. We'll go passive-aggressive. Oh, okay, that's a little less. You're sure he's okay?
Ugh, she's got a sixth sense for bugging me at the absolute
Silence
worst
is its
time.
own answer. I didn't get a chance to respond, Loretta. I would have definitely been aggressive with it, though, if I know Max. So yeah, Alderman is the guy we tampered with the crime scene in order to stop from finding the camera. Yeah, there's Loretta. Okay, interesting. And Maya oh, right, so Maya Okada's the other girl who apparently died from suicide. We're not entirely sure, but yeah. And then we have another page in the journal to look at. Alderman casually assigned blame, but strongly hinted at it when Moses had nothing to do with Safi's death. I only said I'd help him to get him off his case, but I don't know if Moses knows that. God, I hope Moses knows that. Did Moses even hear me say that I'm helping him? Either way, you know, I said last episode I can just lie to him about it, so I don't know. We don't know each other much outside of Safi. I don't want him to think I'm someone who would rat him out just because it suits me. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go lay out some evidence.
I can't remember when it's been this clean, but it'd be the perfect place to put all my, Okay, Max. Let's see what we've got.
Okay, so we have a picture of Safi's car, which is the one that...
This was meant to be a loud message.
Yeah, the cow skull was
from
thrown
who?
through.
And what does it mean?
Somebody's still threatening her in the timeline where she's alive.
While I do want to see this so-called incriminating footage of Gwen, it's probably best to wait till Moses leaves to check it.
So that's the flash drive that Gwen was trying to basically torch and, you know, kind of eliminate. But we fished it out of the trash because we thought, oh, maybe evidence.
Lucas, I really don't think he's the one who smashed Safi's windshield. But there's clearly more bad blood here than I knew about.
Yeah, that much is true. Gwen's email...
I still don't understand why Gwen would do this to Safi. Especially since she helped her get the book deal in the first place.
So this is the timeline where she basically blocked Safi's book from being published. We're still not sure why she did that, but she did. And I think that's all the evidence, right? All the evidence that we have right now?
I probably shouldn't leave all this out in the open. Maybe if I step away for a bit, these will all make sense later.
Man, I'm massive. It's an extremely...
Hope Moses is doing alright. I should go see if he's gotten Safi's camera hooked up yet.
Okay, well, we have a place to switch timelines here, but we don't need to do that right now. Enter the dark room, which sounds familiar. So yeah, I think we've only been in the dark room like once so far in this game. And mostly just because I decided to go down there and check it out for really no reason. I'm just like, oh, like another room in the house that I haven't been to.
Moses? You okay?
Is it weird that I'm low-key nervous about seeing Safi's, you know, final pictures?
Far from it. Safi was special to us. To everyone. But I meant, are you okay?
I've been better.
I'm not actually going to cooperate other than giving me the choice. I'm going to tell him I'm not going to cooperate.
I apologize for what I said to that detective.
That was never the plan.
You have to know I wasn't being serious. I was only trying to...
Take the easy way? It's nice when you have that option.
My dude, I literally tampered with the crime scene for you. Come on.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, look. Maybe seeing Safi again will help clear the air. Hard to believe that would be the last time we were all together.
That's the truth. What a crew we were. Hey, look. She took one more photo.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Sneaky girl.
You gonna show me what that photo is? It's gotta be a clue, because you're taking a long time to show me.
What is this?
Whoa. Okay, interesting.
Max, you killed her?
Okay, so that... I think I know what's going on.
That isn't me in the picture. I swear.
Yes it is, Max.
It's Photoshop. A deepfake, maybe. I don't know.
You sold me out to Alderman. You were covering
so
for
there
yourself.
Were a couple of...
No, Moses. Please.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't explain. It is a very cop-out kind of answer, but I'll explain after we've had this discussion.
Let me
Moses
explain.
Actually, going to probably
Try to.
Well,
there's another timeline. I'll tell him.
There's another timeline. Where Safi's alive. I've been there, and I've seen her.
It sounds insane, but, if he doesn't believe us, whatever.
Wait! I can prove it to you.
We do have pictures from that timeline.
you stay the fuck away from me.
It's your language. Okay. So, basically, the reason why I thought Gwen didn't actually do it, and the reason I think Lucas and Safi have that beef, is because they were other people, like their doppelgangers from the other timelines, who were bleeding into the ones where they actually lived. Oh, look at me! Just finished chapter 2. That was fast. Anyway, so yes. Gwen's doppelganger presumably went from the dead timeline to the alive timeline. Lucas, I think, did the same. But I had also asked earlier, basically, what's happening to Max when she's going to the other timeline. And I think we have our answer. So there's some kind of, convergence of dimensions or something like that that is happening here. So anyway, we don't want chapter 2. Let's have a look at our results. 64% decided to delete that evidence for Lucas, and he appreciates the chance to handle Safi on his own. 60% said save the footage, so Gwen feels betrayed. I mean, she hates me in every timeline. That's fine, I don't care. Agree to inform Alderman. Ooh, interesting. So I was in the minority on that one. Generally speaking, I feel like it's probably a good idea not to make the cops mad at me, even if, like I said, I don't actually plan to cooperate. The assassin kids, Max did not help timid guy get the bathroom key. Was that a thing? I don't even remember that happening. Where's Vin's phone? Really? That was a choice? I actually didn't think Diamond took it, but, I felt like it might be fun to follow up with that. North Quad moment of reflection. No, reflection is for suckers. Absolutely not. Oh, platypus facts! I'm annoyed that I missed that one. I wanna get some platypus facts. In fact, I might Google some platypus facts after this stream. That's disappointing. Lucas after the memorial. Yeah, I definitely felt confused. Kind of an even split though. Interesting. Vandalizing the Lucas statue. That's funny. 68% said 68% decided to vandalize the Lucas standee, which is weird because it feels like those are two effectively the same options, but apparently there was a relatively big majority that like devil horns for him. Phone project installation. Max talked to the future at phone art project. Max talked to the future and heard from the past. Ooh, interesting. Max did not engage. Again, I think that's one where I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I think I missed that one again. And apparently 65% probably also missed it. 41% decided not to day drink with Vin because we are professionals here. Max didn't leave therapist card for Abraxas students. Again, I don't even remember that being a thing. Okay, 33% decided to call in the favor. Crack the code on our own, baby! I still don't know if, like, we'll be able to use Vin's, favor at some point, but, you know, it's good to probably get the chance to do that. Oh, come on, 55%, what are you doing? You're lowering Loretta's grade just out of spite? Come on. Shame on y'all. But I am proud of us for the 88% that watered Gwen's plant. We gotta take care of the plants. Took the joint. Okay, we're only moderately professional here, okay? Dang, I'm surprised there's so many moments of reflection here. That's wild. And we're just blowing past all of them, because, like, I mean, I guess, what's the point of reflection here? In the minority on Loretta and Reggie, which, yeah, that definitely stands out as maybe I made the wrong choice there, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, I missed the houseplant! Dang, I'm gonna need to be a little bit more thorough in the next chapter. There's a lot of choices that I missed out on. And I really want to know those platypus facts. But we'll figure those out in the next chapter, just after I take another sip of my generic blue can drink. Alright, so we've got outfit. Ooh, there's a cat. I'm gonna go with the cat. Let's go. Begin the chapter. Chapter 3, Spin. I will say, these episodes are already pretty long, so if I, stop for platypus facts or, something, we might be here for like 30 episodes, I don't know. We might be here for 30 anyway. Did you just fall asleep in the dark room, Max? What are you doing?
Oh, how is it already morning?
And how did you change outfits while you were sleeping?
This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing something.
Now, the
No
other
matter
question
what that photo of me suggests,
that I have
there's no way I shot Safi.
is other Max coming into my timeline happened before my Max learned
Maybe
the
that
ability to
photo
go
of
into
me
other
has a
timelines
clue I'm
herself.
missing.
So something must have happened in that other timeline that gave Max those powers. And I think it's also the first time that somebody from that timeline has crossed over to this one, as opposed to vice versa, which I think is how most of the crossings happen at this point. Anyway, let's watch the flash drive.
Hold on. She's looking right at the camera, like she knows it's there. Does she want to get caught? Or is this another
Doppelganger!
doppelganger?
I'm way ahead of you, game.
No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way I shot Safi.
Alright, let's look at explain.
Restraining Order Lucas said Safi once threatened to turn his son against him. That certainly implies some bad blood in their past. But that Lucas was scared of Safi.
Yeah.
Not out for revenge. I read the beginning. It's annoyingly good. Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that?
No,
It
it's definitely
doesn't
the
make any
doppelganger.
sense. And I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose.
Does that mean
That
other
isn't
Max was the
me.
one that threw
It
the
can't
cow
be.
skull through the windshield
Maybe
in
if I
the other
go object
timeline?
by object, an answer will jump out at me? Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Safi canoodling.
Not
But
canoodling,
what does that even
no!
mean? Whoever did this had to go to so much trouble.
Alright, so what else is there? Ooh, gotta refill my coffee.
Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now.
Is that gonna completely just stop the scene? I wanted to look at the email. Dang it. She doesn't keep a coffee machine in her dark
No
room?
matter how much I stare at you, you refuse to make sense. Moses?
Nah, Moses probably sent Detective Alderman or Loretta or somebody.
Hello, Miss
Ah, there
Caulfield.
he is.
Oh, fuck.
Can I come in?
It would have been very funny if she just said, oh fuck, while he was there.
If he sees that,
I have some questions for you.
What do you want to know?
of course, I
I'll answer your questions
can
over
answer
there.
your questions right here.
I knew you'd be a valuable resource. There are just a few details I'm struggling
Please tell me I'm
to
not
make
gonna have
sense
to
of.
play a Polaroid keep away minigame.
Go ahead.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to high school, right?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not unlike
Arcadia Bay and Safi
Dang.
are not
This
connected.
detective is very theatrical.
a small town with a curious number of murders. And now, Safi, Llewellyn Fayed, murdered in a small town? What are the odds? What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky? Or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
I did say in like episode 2, don't be friends with Max. I did point that out. That's messed up, I guess I'm just unlucky. That's messed up.
Go fuck yourself. Arcadia Bay has nothing to do with Safi.
Ooh, there it is. Touched a nerve? I knew I'd find one if I kept poking around.
Detective, I'm not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
The telescope? Moses and I put it together.
Moses and I put it together the day after Safi died, so we didn't have to be alone.
That's a cute story, but it's bullshit.
I don't know what you want me to say.
All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal from the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now. Somehow, all this death leads to you.
That's not true.
Again, that's not really how normal people talk. You clocked it.
He saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid Max. Stupid, stupid. What the hell do I do now? None of this makes any sense. What happened that night? Why the fuck am I in this picture? The old me would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken.
Not a bad call.
Maybe I still could.
But then if it's anything like the last game where she did that, then Safi's gonna find a way to get killed anyway, because that's just how nature corrects itself. Focus with A and D and 2. Okay. Weird. So bringing it into focus a little bit. Zooming in. Okay, there we go. I think I'm good, right? Yeah, there we go. So now we're using our time rewinding powers. But I jumped into...
So that's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo. Feels good. Final.
Safi.
It's here too.
But there wasn't a storm the day Safi died.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
Maya, explain more.
Safi, wait! Who is Maya? What was she talking about?
Stop stalling, Max.
What do you want, or how do I stop this? What do you want? You were acting weird.
I don't understand.
Put the gun on you.
What do you want from me?
Pull the trigger.
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time.
So, that's weird. So Safi got killed supposedly by me, but had this version of me already traveled back in time
If I can just...
to kill her when this happened?
Fuck! Moses, you were right. I don't know how.
So we've
But
got
you're-
some kind of
have to tell
timey-wimey stuff and dimension hopping stuff at this
Everything.
point. So was it this version of me that shot Safi originally, or was it alternate me? Or neither. That's still a possibility, because we didn't actually see us shoot her. Alright, I have an explanation, or is me at the overlook? Really? The place she died? Okay. Okay, let's see. They got a bunch of text. That's weird, because this was a more recent one. And then we're looking at all of these older ones that are higher up on the phone. I don't think that's how phones work. Hey, that's me, murderer. Sweet. I'm holding a gun, but I would never hurt somebody. I wanted to the past, I saw it on myself. That's me. But why would I have killed her? Because there wasn't a storm. That I feel like that probably only happened because I went back in time. But did Safi already know that I'd gone back in time and was causing the storm? Not entirely sure. I just saw that photo of me. Yeah, okay.
Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, the joys of cooking. Let's go ahead and have a look at our...
I get it, Joyce. Dating after everything that's happened feels...
Oh, this is probably the crosstalk folks, right? Alright. 3 days and no word. Amanda. Journal. Alright, new journal entry. Alderman knows about my powers. He forced me in. He forced his way in here and scared the shit out of me. I never should have taken that card. Worst thing is he saw the photo and just smiled at me. Yeah, that's true. This strange. Oh, my old powers came back and I saw what happened to Safi. I did do it. I don't know how they can't let this happen. Yeah, it's very like. It's very circular right now. I feel like that's probably the best way I can like put it. Yeah. And then, yeah, nothing new from Joyce, which probably on crosstalk or something. Anyway, going to the crime scene. And I also have to remember to actually look for like Polaroids and stuff, which I don't even know if they're like here anymore. I might have already passed one. Actually, hang on, I think that's a tattoo, right?
I hope alternate Max wasn't too hard on them.
Great Snowball War, Caledon. Alright.
Diamond a gazillion
So Hilton,
ready?
backdoor, December 6th.
I thought we said
Next
no
six.
more ambushes.
Stop whining.
Okay. Whatever. I don't know my platypus facts, but I do
This
have
is where the
collectibles.
police tape was yesterday. Did the cops take it down on Alderman's orders? He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench. I know Safi would have something poetic to say about this.
Alright, I'll save that. And then I got a new text from Yasmin. He said he spoke to you? What did you say to him? Please tell me you didn't say anything to jeopardize this case. That's just who he is. He sucks. Yeah. Well, he's not your only hope anymore. I have the ability to get answers. You just might not like to hear them. Sorry. Okay. Let's wait on the bench.
You stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come? I couldn't blame him. I killed his best friend. What does that say about me? That any version of me, could do something like that?
I mean, clearly Safi wanted it for some reason, because she asked us to pull the trigger. The question is why?
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting. So don't do anything stupid.
I deserved that.
You wanted to talk. So talk. Tell me the truth. Tell me why you did it.
I haven't done it yet. That feels just vague enough to work.
I don't think I've actually done it yet. I think it was a future version of me.
Bye.
Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look. These flowers. What are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Safi's body?
Oh, that is true.
5 minutes and then I leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this
I can
other
just show
timeline
me jumping
where
timeline.
Safi is
I'll
alive,
suddenly disappear.
and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane. But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me, poof, disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Safi, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then you'll believe me?
Interesting. Okay. Haven't
It'd be a
tried
start.
this power before.
Okay. Okay, deal.
Moses being very open-minded for somebody that did not
All
know
right.
he had powers to begin
There's a
with.
chance Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline. I shouldn't leave yet.
Oh, I was trying to hop to the other timeline. I guess I gotta hop to the other timeline over here instead. Oh wait, hang on. I actually need to remind myself how to hop between timelines. Q to shift, E to pulse. Q and E to entangle. I don't know what that is. I've not tried that yet.
Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side.
Alright, so let's go
Shit.
ahead.
I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Alright. Jumping back over.
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
You wacky
So you-
physicists.
You believe me?
Yes.
Always
And
disbelieving me when I
no.
break the laws of nature.
You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
I also have some text to check, but I will do that once I have proven
Ready
that
when you are.
I have weird cosmic powers.
Okay, let's try this again.
Masculine angel psychic storm or whatever it was. Okay, weird. Probably like an anime thing.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said, Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did.
Those,
Wow.
those are the words of somebody that
I mean-
did not believe you would actually be able to see him
Near
do
as
it
I can
back.
tell, Safi's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to...
You okay?
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
She was never happy.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap? How did you...
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. You give that to her, tell her Tell her to stay safe, Max.
Do I need to slip this to her
Make her
again?
swear to it.
I will.
That's definitely the more assuring
Promise.
thing to say.
But I think she's going to need our help.
What do you mean?
When I was a teenager, I could rewind time. Just
Don't go disbelieving
raise
me,
my
Moses.
hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
I never worked how I hoped. Time travel couldn't fix anything. It really didn't fix anything. If you played or watched the original game, it kind of just led to people to die later than they otherwise would have.
Yeah. Turns out when you try to change the past, you don't actually fix anything.
Sure. But what if the best way to fix things isn't changing your past, but rather changing your present?
How dare you bring logic to my pity party? The point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night with a gun.
Yep.
You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle.
Well, you know what they
Nothing
say
made
about
sense.
time warping powers. You don't
I was
use them, you lose
there.
them.
In the past, Safi mentioned Maya, and oh god, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Safi. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
And that decision will probably be the last decision
shit.
of the game.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp.
Moses Murphy is very close to Moses Malone, I'm just saying.
I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it.
And now that we got present Alderman.
Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit.
To be fair, you took the
How'd I
crime scene
let
tape
a
down.
couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
You're not making sense. That's annoying.
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense? Nothing about you makes sense. telescopes don't put themselves together. Evidence doesn't disappear.
Not with that attitude, it doesn't.
You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
Is he seeing his past self now? Yes, he is. Well, he's seeing somebody. Yep. So it's not just the Mac thing. Everybody's seeing this up here. Ooh.
Help me!
I guess you gotta help him.
Help!
I don't want to, but we gotta help him. Let us help him. Are you gonna let me help him? I gotta help him. I'm not gonna let him die. Or whatever happens to him.
Max, you have to let go!
Well, I tried to help him. Whoa. Wait a second. And that causes the, like, timeline warping areas? No.
I could have saved him, Moses. I could have saved him.
I tried to save him.
Couldn't have. Listen to me, Max. This place ate a man.
Now, did they, like, work together and
Moses, your hair.
end up at the other timeline or something? I don't think I don't know if he actually died.
There's always a cost.
It started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
Huh. Okay, so now we're gonna presumably talk to Dead World Gwen? Dead World Gwen is the one that began to hate us
I'm
earlier.
still
I think.
shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right.
Hold on, I am checking on our episode. Alright, everything is in place.
Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya.
Before we
and
do
while
any
that-
talking, I'm going to look at our text and stuff. Better eventful morning. Are you able to get my text within the other timeline? Look at Moses being academic. I can't. Okay. That's true. I mean, it might be good to have a physicist on our side for this one. Let's have a look. Notes. Yeah, definitely interacted with a ghostly form of himself, but from what I could tell, the doppelgangers are a little bit more like concrete. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. According to my friend, good. Nothing bonds you to somebody like knowing about your insane otherworldly abilities. Moses thinks we can figure this out. Thank God for him. And let's have a look at the next page of our journal. I could have saved all of them. I could have saved him, couldn't I? I was so close. If only Moses hadn't... Shit. Moses saved my life. He didn't know what would happen. Neither of us did, but he leapt in anyway. It's been a long time since I was the one being pulled from a bad end by someone else. Who knows what would have happened to me if Moses hadn't stepped in. We bonded in a way only a near-death experience can. I hope Moses is alright. Let him be alright.
I'd like to know why she killed Safi's book deal.
So now I'm going to go talk to Gwen. And our office is over here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
I'm worried about
Podcast
Kim.
Flyer.
Sharing your story isn't what I'd call it.
I'm just gonna real quick like run around
Kim
this
said she
area
didn't
and
want to go out.
make sure.
I think she's
Guard your
What's his name
ankles.
missing? She's really sweet. Roommate left the door open. Oh no! Alright, well if I see a
got it.
snake, I'll let them know. I just want to make sure that I am not missing anything as exciting as what I missed last time, which means doing a circle around this area here. And then when I'm done, then I will go ahead and talk
Pull yourself
to
together.
Gwen. But there's so much information. Oh, great book.
This must be the professor Safi TA'd for. She mentioned he liked to tear this one kid down, but failing him is harsh.
Weird. Okay. Martin Hart. I feel bad for you, Martin.
I don't
Getting
want
an
him
F.
to think we chose low-hanging fruit.
Sorry, Chester, but you've got a problem, and it starts with a
Yeah, I found one more unauthorized animal. I'll report you to the dean. Well, good luck with that snake, my friend.
Have fun.
Alright. Let's continue looking around.
Professor, my final right now. Yeah.
I'm just looking around, see. Okay, weird. Where else are we? Okay. So that'll let me switch timelines if I want to. That'll also let me switch timelines if I want to. God, there's so many like areas that are just bleeding over right now. Coffee
I,
cup
for
sign.
one, kind of like the paper
Nobody
straws.
likes the paper straws. Thank you. Until we run out, we have a lot of them. Okay. Yeah, no. Show me somebody who likes paper straws, and I will show you a
Lo-fi
liar.
ambient bellows to chill/study to. A classic.
Oh, there's a Polaroid.
Then boom! The spaceship crashes right in the middle of a park.
So
and
let's
is
have a look.
aimed-
So that was... Okay, now they're here. Hellerton, back door. Gwen's tires. Okay. So, Fab, Lucas's office. I'm assuming the deck is December. So, Hellerton, back door. Where is Hellerton? I'll need to figure that one out, I think. But, continuing for now, broken table.
If we can't sit on tables, where are the cool kids expected to sit? In chairs? Like a bunch of squares?
Yeah, I'm the cool teacher, so I sit on tables. Okay.
Meeting tomorrow. Where?
What meeting?
Is it endorsing meetings in general?
Yeah, a couple of key details have been left out there.
Gwen's office. Let's
Alright,
see
I
what
think
I
I did
can
a
find
loop.
out from
Hopefully I
her.
didn't miss anything interesting. Is there anything else I need to look for? Look at the record.
More music I'm not cool enough to know. I will never be as cool as Gwen.
And what were the collectibles again? Hellerton back door. Alright, let's look at the black rose.
A black rose? Pretty morose.
Candied pecans.
Happy holidays to my favorite prof. I don't think a happy holidays is in the cards. It takes me ages to comment on one student photo. I can't imagine having to grade exams.
Let's see what else is there. There's a note.
One of Safi's former students.
Just reaching over her
guess.
shoulder to look at this note. Okay. Oh, hang on.
One of Safi's former
There's
students. Is that Safi's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Safi. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Safi's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
That's what good students
So
do.
I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable. What do you want to know?
Why do this to Safi? How do you convince the public? How do you convince the publishers are relevant? Why?
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
So, yeah, again, you got the deal, then killed it? Why?
Let me get this straight.
You still haven't explained
You
it.
helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
Still haven't explained it. And you're not going to.
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book, which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people. Safi included.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you?
I mean, you're just unloading on me. I'm just listening.
How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Ooh.
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention.
Only a little.
Not a lot. I know they were friends.
Understatement of the year. The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never
Just
saw
having a
one
back
without
hotel.
the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again.
Okay.
I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful.
Oh no. I don't do tactful.
One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Oh, part of it, why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves.
Fine, then I'll just switch timelines a couple times, break into your office later and read it then.
Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over. Huh?
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript.
So I'm going to search Gwen's desk.
How do I get my hands on a copy?
Oh, new message from Moses. Apparently... Oh! Start digging into the Alderman. Apparently neither Vermont State nor Lakeport PD have any record of a Detective Vincent Alderman ever. So that means either he never was a detective and was just kind of an imposter, which I don't think was the case, or more likely that whatever sort of quantum entanglement or whatever you want to call it happened at the Overlook, it erased any like record of his existence from this timeline. I'm glad they gave me so many options to respond to that.
How can they have no record of him? They sent him.
Alright, what else? Is that a new note? No. Okay. Yasmin, and then we know Vin was related to this Safi Maya situation. Okay. So we know we are going to probably switch timeline. Oh, hang on. Wrong button. Now we are going to switch timelines. And then I'll search her desk in this timeline, see if it's there. Yay, the manuscript!
Gotcha.
What a puzzle that I just solved. Look at me.
Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like... I don't know.
Beneath my feet, she
Being
lies
hit
still
by
in her
a
Sunday
tidal wave.
clothes. We killed her with our own hands. I mean, our lack of hands. I killed her with my voice. I mean, my lack of voice. Maya's book was like a child, or a tumor, or a rising beast within her. On the first page, she wrote that she was drowning, and by the time she finished, she was drowned. The drowned always surface. What isn't spoken still exists. You can chop her up and sell her for parts, but her ghosts remains whole. Floating there in the corner of my kitchen, giving me that familiar look. The one that says, unstitch the binding, let the pages fall out, fluttering like birds shot down. The one that says, take him for everything he's got, and then some. Wow. Okay, so it has something to do with...
Whatever happened with Maya was
Maya's death.
explosive.
Apparently she was drowning.
Let's see what
And
Yasmin has
Safi
to say
regretted
about her.
not being able to do anything about it.
I
But
hope
now
somebody
I'm
is
going...
coming in to water
Yeah.
you guys.
I hope so,
Preferably
too.
someone who doesn't have to break in through an alternate dimension.
Stack finals.
Tossing Gwen out screwed everybody over.
Yeah.
So they took her computer. Probably going through it right now. Will Gwen be allowed to come back for these?
Right, because this is the timeline where she already got kicked out of the school. Oh. Something about... try calling the president. I won't insult you by asking if you're guilty. Okay, so these are like letters of support. Okay. You rock. I'm drunk, in parentheses. I mean, they're still supportive. Apologies for the stationery. Misspelled. I believe I speak... I mean, I guess it technically is stationary, and I was just kind of lying on the floor there. I believe I speak for all students when I say this is acceptable. We're gonna fight this one. We'll go to the paper if we have to. You will be avenged. Okay, interesting. So I have to speak to Living World. Yasmin.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
Okay, so I've already investigated everything in this area, and I know that there's a bunch of places where we can switch timelines, which is what we need to be doing now. But I'm gonna... Oh! Well, here's something going on here. Oh, just right there. That's convenient.
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions.
But I will do that on my
sitting
own
on
time.
the
See?
table?
The cool professors sit on the table. Thank you. It's just like I was saying. Let's look around, make sure I'm not missing anything cool.
Fuck. This doesn't look so great for Gwen.
No, it does not. Ooh. Holiday board.
I wonder who took the time to censor Safi's recipe. Probably. I hardly know any of the faculty here. So
Yeah, there's like
that's
2
Lucas's son?
professors and a dean that I know.
Oh, this picture is too cute.
Aw, let's honor Christmas in our hearts.
I'm surprised Lucas agreed to do this.
That is not the button I meant to press. Whatever. Let's see what else we've got to investigate here. Is there nothing? Ah! Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, good. Oh, that's why I couldn't go. There were 2 people there. Okay, thank you. Still poking around. Rock band
Wait,
flyer.
Donner and Blitzen means thunder and lightning?
It does.
Who knew Santa's reindeer were so metal?
It makes sense. Donner sounds a lot like thunder, and English basically rips off a bunch of words from German and then changes them slightly.
And then she didn't. Martin has an A here.
Hey, let's go, Martin.
I knew it. Safi would never fail this kid.
For whatever reason, the professor just hates Martin. Which, sorry about that, Martin. Sucks for you.
This school's success means a lot to Yasmin.
Alright. Ooh. Mask card.
The art department really pushes for self-expression in every medium. I like that about Caledon.
Masks.
Oh, wow. These are, extremely creepy. Sorry.
I mean, I feel... Was that not the goal? Okay, I'm still looking around. I know I can speak to Loretta, which I will do momentarily. But I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I'm going to speak to Loretta and then speak to Yasmin.
Tree.
Tree! Alright, why are you giving me the option to speak to Loretta? Let's speak
Hey,
to her.
Loretta. Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
Working on your podcast?
Are you working on your podcast?
Yeah. I'm researching this really fascinating string of killings in West Germany in the late 80s. See, there was this hospital... You'll have to tune in if you want to hear the rest.
Way to spoil.
I'll be sure to.
Anything else I can say to her?
Anyway,
We're gonna stand here awkwardly.
catch you later, Loretta.
Looking at me suspiciously. Can I still speak to her? No.
Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I can't imagine being this trusting. Don't they know there's snoops like me around?
Still looking around.
Huh. So this heartwarming sentiment isn't a
Christmas in
Coleman
your
era
heart.
quote.
Keep it.
It's Dickens.
All year. Yes, Christmas Carol. Come on. Crack a
No
book, Max.
caffeine? This week of all weeks? I predict outright revolt before the week is out.
That's why you need to keep a coffee machine in your dark room. I was saying that already. Alright, let's speak to
Hi,
Yasmin.
Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard. I was hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
You're in a good mood. Seen Safi today? Well, when we fired, Safi lost her book deal. Seen Safi today? Let's start
Have you seen
easy.
Safi today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
You're in a good mood.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
I feel like there's like magazine rankings that would specifically rank universities' coffee. It just feels like something that they would do. Now we need to get to the heavy
Did
stuff.
Safi tell you her book deal was canceled?
What? No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was
She
devastated.
didn't tell me either. I was just snooping and I found
Oh,
out.
Safia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
Wouldn't be fired.
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes,
Would you really fire her?
that depends on the findings of the committee. It's out of my hands now.
Alright, let's talk about Maya.
I wanted to ask you about something.
And then we need to talk about Kevin.
Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Safi's book was canceled because it was about Maya.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Safia didn't even know Maya.
Did
Interesting.
Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point.
Well, we learned
Or
about
should I
Safi
go
and
along
Maya
with it and see what narrative
in
she's
the
trying to
other
spin?
timeline. Let's go along with it. They might not have known each other in this timeline. I'm not entirely sure how that works.
Of course. I don't know why I thought they knew each other.
We should have talked
It's
to
just-
Yasmin in the other timeline.
What?
I've heard conflicting opinions, or there's a rumor about Maya. Let's go, there's a rumor.
There's this rumor that something happened with Maya before she died.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but Ms. Okada appears to have caused herself a great deal of pain.
So, she had a bad reputation. No wonder you didn't want her and Safi associated with each other.
Exactly. Strange. I really thought Vin's statement closed the matter.
Shady cow skull throwing Vin is involved?
Do we think Vin threw that cow skull? I don't think we ever
Enough
saw
ancient
that.
history. I have a favor to ask. Safia's been distant lately. Could you keep an eye on her for me?
I don't feel comfortable, or why me?
Are you sure that I'm the best person to...
Yes. Because she trusts you. And I trust you.
Yeah. Sure. I'll look out for her.
Thank you, Maxine. Oh, the time. Let's do lunch again. Somewhere with more atmosphere than the other place.
That was odd. What did she mean by Vin's statement? Maybe I'd better talk to Vin myself.
Oh, okay. So this is Moses from this timeline. You had a question about Vin Lang and Maya Okada? Sure, what's up? Did you know Vin put out a statement after Maya's death? I didn't see it at the time since I wasn't a Caledon yet, but Safi shared it with me once. Hang on. Maya was an incredibly talented writer, but she also had mental health problems. We tried to get her the help she needed, but that didn't work. If we'd known it was as bad as it was, we would have done more. Interesting. So, this is a little bit weird. But we are going to Hellerton back door. I still don't know what Hellerton is.
He's probably in the admin building.
Okay. So I'm going to go speak to Living World. Oh, Amanda!
Hey, sport. We're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
And I got a new message from Lucas as well. Really? Sport?
Sport?
Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Can't wait for Pal.
Sure. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run?
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
No one can decide how to pronounce names in this. I've heard Fayyad, I've heard Fayyad, I've heard Yasmin, I've heard Yasmin. It'd be consistent, people. Anyway, about Maya Okada. I like Amanda.
was
I'll trust
asking
her.
her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh.
She looks
Why?
so surprised.
It's kind of a long story, but it's for something important.
This guy's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Well, I'll leave you to your something important. See you around, Tiger.
See you, Amanda.
Alright.
He's probably in the admin building.
Anything else I can do from here? No. Okay. We're running to the admin building. Am I allowed to leave? No, okay. Ever since I learned that, I missed so many things in the last act, I'm trying to find everything I can find now. Okay. So I'm going to double check our time on this episode right now, just to make sure. Okay, I feel like this is about a good time to take a break. We're about an hour and 16 through. It just saved. I will release the next episode of this very soon, but I want to make sure that we are still chunking these into reasonable parts. But this has been really interesting. So we finished Act 2. We learned a little bit more about Maya and how Max herself connects with Safi's death. And we've got a little bit more information on sort of Gwen, Moses, and the book deal as well. So a lot of information, still a lot of room to sort of connect it all. I'm really looking forward to being able to do that, and I will probably be doing that very soon. You're going to have to wait for a little bit longer for that episode to be released, but I will record it momentarily. For now, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, stay connected to make sure that you know when I have released new stuff. Share with friends, share with enemies, and, like I said, stay connected, stay involved. Most importantly, stay cool. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!